Hey guys, welcome back to the CK3 Norman Royal Court playthrough. This is going to be the second episode of this new series, and as from the first episode, we've managed to actually get a little bit of solidification here of the western coast of mainland, well, Kingdom of Sicily. We've got Capua, but we also managed to get Napoli and Salerno, these other very notable city-states, into our realm. Now what we need to do, we pretty much just ended the war for Salerno, so we need to kind of solidify a bit. We've got a bit of money, so I'm going to look to invest in my lands. I think early game definitely just need to invest in your lands, make them as, well, try and get as much money as it from we can. We're going to get hunting grounds, as I've always favoured hunting grounds, because you get pretty much the same as pastoral lands, just you get extra defending advantage, you get extra light cavalry, and it's also cheaper, so we will get that invested into. Yeah, I should hopefully boost our economy up a little bit. We're going to press play again. Now at the moment succession is not looking the best. Our realm will be, well, we'll keep Capua and everyone will be our vassals, but we're going to lose. I want to keep a hold of Napoli at least. So what we may have to do in this episode, or at least before succession, is maybe try and get some Sardinian land. So I'm thinking maybe Udic Constantinu is going to be a potential target, and we have unlocked a legacy. We can put on 3 speed, actually, just keep us going. Now we could try and go for warriors. I feel like that probably, we're going for blood a lot in these campaigns. So I think let's go for House of Warriors. I never really do this, but I feel like Normans are there's always a very Norman, a warrior based society. So we are going to go down this warrior tree, the House of Warriors indeed, and see where that gets. We're making 3.4 per month now, which just isn't great, but I mean, when we get some control, calling to against the Byzantines, this is something I didn't really want. I don't think I'm going to do particularly much in this. I don't really want to be too involved in any Byzantine conflicts. Hopefully it can be over soon. But that is a major civil war. Whole Bulgaria, Vashka, Serbia, Thessalonica, as well as major parts of Anatolia are actually rebelling. This looks like this could be actually a victory for the rebels. It's quite good to see the Byzantines exploding, as we may want to try and expand that at some point in this campaign. Notable guest arrived. You're like commanding, not a good knight though. Could I recruit you to court? How much would you cost? Yeah, no, that's not worth it. If it's like 15, then yeah, maybe. Call to war. Oh my goodness. Everyone is calling us in. We'll join, but we can't afford to do it. I haven't got the economy to do it as yet. Exactly. I think that we just need to try and get more control of Napoli. When we get the full control of that, then we can maybe look to expand further. Allied War. I think we're just going to sit and do not much. Child of my dynasty, my daughter-in-law Ada. That is Bartolomeo the Italian. That is a shame. Angelo, I think we shall get you. Actually, now we'll wait for getting people educated. I think that makes sense. Now I can imprison criminals. Anyone I want to imprison? Nah, we're good. I think we are good. Could raise armies. Not particularly bothered about raising my armies though. So what I want to try and do at the moment is I want to keep Capua for myself. I want Capua and Napoli. Then maybe I want to have some Sardinian land as well. I'm thinking I've got a stewardship perk available. Men at arms, maintenance per dread. But I haven't got any Republican rulers. You know what? I think the stress level, the tax per stress level is always quite useful, especially as I get older. And the stress continues and keeps rising up. Now I'm making 4.1 per turn. Domain and vassal taxes are only making up a little bit of it, but it's fine. It's fine. Hopefully we don't get anyone calling us into any more conflicts, because we've already seen so much already. Conscript bloodline, found university. We will be able to do that as we have Napoli under our direct control. But yeah, we need to get that up to 40 development, which is not exactly do have 1,000 men exactly. Salerno is getting... Yeah, Salerno is not doing great in terms of control. We will get that done when we've got Napoli done, so I don't think it's really worth expanding at the moment. Both these wars that we're involved in, we're not doing anything, is actually making good headway. The Holy Roman Empire, has just been taken prisoner. Is there We lost the Liberty War of Upper Lorraine. That's about here, isn't it? So now that just means that the Tuscans are on their own in this civil war. But look how much debt the imperial throne is in at the moment. Look at that. The the Catholic world as well as the Orthodox world seem to be falling apart. France is split up. Holy Roman Empire is in a civil war. England actually seems to be one of the most stable nations at the moment. Anglo-Saxon England, Harold Godwinson, of course. Scheme Court. Someone wants to kill my daughter-in-law. Don't particularly care, but whatever. None of my problems. Victory, wow, yeah, well done. I did so much to do that now. I'm quite, kind of interested to see what happens, how far the Mongol invasion in around the 1200 mark is going to affect us. It either could affect us a lot, or arguably might not as well. Oh, I have prisoners, of course I do. 9 prisoners, can we? No one wants, You're all so stinky. I want fighters. Got a de Hauteville in our midst. Richard de Hauteville. I think we'll try and recruit as many as we can, I think. Lombard, you're alright fighter. I just want as many good knights as we can, because we are going to be going to wars like fairly extensively throughout this campaign. We're going to need all the knights we can get. Now, there's a lot of people from the house of Lantapedi. 9 will recruit you. Oh, are you the old? You are the old Count of Salerno, or Duke of Salerno, I should say. Lots of Lombards here. You know, we'll leave it at that for now. But let's just press play, get our economy up a little bit more. Is that Bulgaria? Farewell, Richard, yes. Join me at court, that would be fantastic. Just press play with all of these. Whatever, not particularly bothered with this empire, this Byzantine civil war has kind of gone over. Seems to be going pretty quickly. But yeah, performances seem to be dropping a little bit, which is a bit of a shame. Oh, come on, the control level, come on, this has taken ages. On 25. Why have we got 2 village centres? Why are they... why are village centres doing anything? Not building, it might just be a tradition trait, potentially. We are, of course, Norman, but I think we will be trying to potentially, not diverge, but I do want to try and get it with Sicilian and try and form a hybrid culture. I think that we're getting that acceptance up front, 1 per month. Duke Robert, which is of Apulia, and Duke Richard, which is me, are promoting acceptance, which is fantastic. We shall get that sorted soon. Auto-saving anytime today now. If we are going to be trying to create a... Oh, yeah, I've swayed you. Fantastic. Anyone else need swaying? Sure, I'll have some unhappy vassals that may need swaying. You will. You are Norman as well, so you know my language. That is fine. So we could maybe try and look to learn some languages. We could try and learn Sicilian, potentially. Let's learn the same language as our peasants. That could be something that we look to do. Oh, come on, let me somehow select it. Let's put on 3-speed while I'm just doing this. We want to go to this and then this. Well, how do we learn this? Count your de Hauteville. Can we learn a language? I'll abandon the sway scheme. There's not really much point in doing that, I suppose. Maybe not with this character, at least. It looks like the Byzantine civil war is just about over. Okay, yeah. As we did see in the last episode, the Muslim caliphates of... Oh, and you've died. Antiquarian has died. That is not ideal. We need to go to court and get a new one. You're pretty good. Aptitude poor. Got 15 learning. So hopefully you're not too stinky, but we shall see. We'll sway this vassal and we might learn Sicilian. However, we are quite late in this character's life cycle. And how long is the convert county? And Napoli got. Okay, nearly done. I think we'll do that, and then we may look to get some Sardinia land just to save the succession. We are getting on a little bit in time, and we do want to not let our realm split up too much. So what succession laws do we have available to us at the moment? None. Yeah, we need hereditary rule, and yeah. Ah, that's fantastic. Take the reins. Okay, my spymaster Mayor Ferrere has proven himself highly capable. Sure, go for it. I've got a good amount of money. Let's look to invest that potentially a little bit more. Try and build up our holdings once again. Pastoral lands. I kind of want to get walls and towers for extra garrison, but the barracks for the levies, heavy infantry and heavy spearmen as well are always useful. And late game levies will help a lot. Let's just decide on this quickly. We've got levies there. Now let's go for the barracks, I suppose. Let's do it. Okay, a good Catholic. I'm known as a deeply pious man. Surely my devotion to God should be good for something in this life too, and not only the next. There are a number of people who would do well to be reminded that I am in the Lord's good graces. My dedication should be shouted from the towers. I gain prestige. Not particularly bothered about that. I've been too lenient to the church. That could be pretty big. Or he gains opinion of me. Now, why? We haven't had a crusade yet. We may have one fairly soon, but I don't think just yet. I don't think we've actually had the event yet for the crusades being announced. I don't think it really matters what you think of me as yet. So I think we're just going to go with the money. Yeah, we'll take that. That doesn't give any negative effects either. Now, I've got Salerno there. I don't think I'm going to be building up too much. We shall let whoever inherits that get that. Okay, Roadside Stall. While travelling across the plains in the county of Capua, I find a makeshift-looking stall by the side of the track. As I stop to take a look, a peasant by the name of Turquetil jumps into action, trying to convince me to buy one of the small cross carvings he has on sale. I make them by hand, my lord. Each one takes me hours of work. I shall buy one small religious carving artifact. I doubt this pays now. I don't want to be doing it, or talk to me and see what I can learn. I think we'll never buy one. This is a roleplay campaign, and I do also want to test the mechanics of this Royal Court DLC, so we may as well give it a go. And I get a low quality carving, so that did not go well. Fantastic. But I mean, at least it's better than nothing. We do get a little passive bonus here. Popular opinion, no, that's always nice to have, because if I'm not bothered too much about converting the counties that we do have to my culture, so I'm going to let that slide for now at least. How long have you got left on the convert task? You're getting there. Slowly but surely you are getting there. Now let's have a quick look at Europe. The Holy Roman Empire is still in a big civil war, which we love to see, I suppose. Faithful troops, let's go with detailed ledgers. Doesn't really mean much to us at the moment, but we shall at some point. Byzantines, how are you looking? Basileus Manuel, okay, what is that court looking like? It's going to be insane, isn't it? Grandeur level of 8. Yeah, look at that. And Salerno is now a Sicilian. That's fantastic, I suppose. Development, yeah, look at all these artifacts. We will eventually, I hope, get a court like this. May not be too soon in the playthrough, but we shall see. Let's close that and advance on with this playthrough. Now, we do need to try and get a foothold in Sardinia, I do believe, because we're not really strong enough yet to take on the Apulians and the De Hautvilles. So yeah, look how they've got a lot of men and a lot of alliances, and Robert the Fox himself is a fantastic commander. So we're not going to try and push that just yet. We shall see, hopefully on succession, something happens to, well, their realm splits and then we can pick off the pieces. But yeah, I'm just kind of waiting for you to convert the faithful in Napoli. Now we are apparently quite a pious character, so that makes sense. Okay. Stefania, the daughter of Dukes Nikephoros of Thessalonica, has given birth to a son. This little one is part of the Legengo dynasty. He should be blessed with a good name. Go name Tirold. Sure, you can be known as Tirold. That is our alliance doing some wonders once again. Now I'm making 0.9 renown. It's not particularly much. to be honest. Yeah, we're not making good not making a good amount. But I suppose that's to be expected. Yeah, it's obviously not going to be getting too much while we're still a duke. We want to maybe get a kingdom level title and maybe start putting our dynasty on other kingdoms in other crusades and everything. And the Byzantines in another civil war. This is the Mauresian for another claim on the Byzantine Empire. They want to keep doing all these civil wars. That is fine by me, because I'm not too bothered about supporting their war efforts too much. Okay, serf refugees. An influx of serfs have arrived in the county of Salerno from the neighbouring county of Benevento. They claim to be fleeing from the abusive rule of Duke Pandolf of Benevento, and that they wish to live in my domain instead of his. Legally speaking, they are still in bondage to Pandolf, but if I let them settle in my lands, it would be almost impossible for him to prove that they are actually his serfs. Okay, so this is not the roleplay option. Okay, or show my serfs their new farms. Oh, I hope he doesn't learn of my involvement in this. I get holding taxes, levy size, yes please. And if he wants to come for me, what's he going to do? I don't care. And we've got the converted that county, fantastic. Now let's get you going down to Galera. Oh, come on. Didn't want to click the Bishop of Capua. Let's get you there. And let's see how long, 4 years, oh my goodness. But you know, we're actually on a good amount of gods, so I think what we're going to do is we are going to commission an artifact. There we go, it's only 100. What I want to do is get some armor. I think that makes sense. We don't need a crown, not a king yet. We're not a weapon because we are not really a fighter. Let's get some armor, maybe to pass down to one of my sons. Inspiration funded. My beneficiary Mechthild assures me she'll create a masterpiece, but also that my input is valued. Please tell me, what type of armor do you desire? Flexible, not flashy, but dependable. Dependable scale armor. Sturdy Lumela. I think, yeah, let's do it. Let's try and make the best one. I think although we are Norman, we are kind of Western European. We are in Sicily, so we have to try, and we're trying to bond with the Sicilian natives, so that will make sense. Okay, ecstatic peasantry. The peasants in the county of Capua are in a good mood. The harvest is bountiful, the roads are safe, and the village elders are telling nonsensical stories of cows producing honey-laden milk. Okay, we've had this event. That's always fantastic to get this event. 20 gold, we shall take it. That gives us a little bit of leeway. And yeah, this isn't going to be done anytime soon. I'll call it, a motto for the ages. I can hear my beneficiary Mechthild muttering to herself from across the hall. I need something great, something epic to make my creation stand out from the uninspired masses, but what? Just what? When her spirited eyes meet mine, she breaks out into a huge smile and waves to me. My lord, what an amazing idea, just perfect. What do you think of adding your family's motto to your commission? What it actually is our family's motto? Bravery without wanting. You know, that is pretty epic. I think 100%. And we get renowned for it. Yeah, great event that. That is fantastic. It's a really good motto, to be fair. I know some of the house mottos on this are pretty stinky. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the one we've got. Your wisdom through the hammer. That's not too bad, but let's be honest. House of Drengo. Superior, of course. In every way possible. Now, let's see how this armor inspiration goes. Hopefully it's going to be good. But we shall see. We're kind of getting up on money a bit. We might go to war in this episode. I hopefully be able to go to Galera. Hopefully they're not too. Yeah, 14. You've got... you're allied to Cagliari. That is not great. Okay. This is ridiculous. Risk of protest. As the keeper of the Duke's personal collection, I have a responsibility to ensure the quality of your work. You will see it once it's finished now. Pretty sure from this activity you don't want her to intervene. You just want to keep it separate so they don't influence them. But Kyra, how strong are you? You are strong. We cannot fight that. How is through the marriage of... We need to kill one of these people. Can we kill you? No, that's a whole distress. That's going to be annoying. Inspiration, a fellow connoisseur. My vassal, Mayor Gaetel Godima, accosts me. Well met, liege. I've heard tell of your patronage of Mechild the Armourer. They say she's making Lamella army worthy of a duke. Please, take this and give it to her. I wouldn't want to miss the chance to aid in the creation of a masterpiece. Poor Gaetel Godima must have more money than she knows what to do with. How generous. Must be a slightly higher quality. Or, let's pass it on. Let's get that extra. Let us get that extra quality of the piece. Hopefully that will be better. 1,100. Wow, with Cagliari as well, it's going to be difficult to go for. You're not allied to anyone. I think we're going to change our claim on county to you instead of Albarea. Hopefully the Muslims don't get to you before we do. Foreign affairs, yeah, that's fine with me. Yeah, you keep doing that. Everything is good with my council so far. Let's click play again. Oh, come on, this Napoli is taking ages. 141. The village centre, I don't think about 2 village centres are just, it's so low. Dynamite dungeons, whatever. Whatever, indeed. Let's have a quick clear out of my dungeons once again. Anyone going to pay for? No, for a hook. No, those are all stinky. Any of you good fighters? 6, no. 14, okay, we'll recruit you. And 6, okay, so we'll recruit you. And other than that, I think we're just gonna advance everyone else off, just so we don't lose dread. But yeah, these dreads will expire, and I'm not particularly bothered about that. That is fine with me. Now I'm kind of excited to see how this armor is going to be and end up. Farewell indeed. Oh, now, okay, Dubrovnik is independent. We could try and almost get some Croatian land. Duke Sergei of Dubrovnik, as we did with the Serbia campaign. Dubrovnik was one of our key crown lands, but that is fantastic. We could potentially push there maybe at some point, and we've just got an achievement unlocked. Here we go. My lord, my beneficiary Mechild waves me over with a wide grin and gesturing towards a covered armoured stand. I've toiled over the forge many days and nights, but finally my work is done. With a flourish, she rips the fabric covering away, and my eyes grow wide. The armour is constructed from iron plates that are finely bound together with cords of linen cloth, while the trim and lining are cut from fine wool. The set includes a nasal helmet and mail coif padded with wool. The whole armour has been decorated with pewter inlays, displaying a repeating image of a majestic bird. Magnificent. Oh, that is amazing. Love that. Prowess, injury resistance, prestige. Oh, that is incredible. Now let's go to our inventory. Look at that. We have some fantastic armor. Look at that. The armor is constructed. Okay, the motto of the Drengo family, bravery without wanting, is elegantly inscribed on one side. Oh, that is incredible. That is incredible. Now, that is certainly something that our children will inherit. Definitely. That has been really happy with how that has turned out. Now it's a good amount of money once again. We could try and invest it a little bit more, but it's going to take ages to get this claim, isn't it? Yeah, you're literally just plodding along. When Barracks constructed, we could actually invest a little bit more into our men-at-arms. Now, we have got pikes. We could go for armoured footmen. I think they could be quite useful. But then, okay, what kills pikemen? It's going to be the armoured footmen, isn't it? Pikemen, you counter all of them. Okay, so you counter them, but what counters you? Pretty sure it's light footmen, isn't it? Yeah, so in order to protect our pikemen, I think we should actually invest in some light footmen. So we've kind of protecting our pikes that are going to be very useful against any potentially the Byzantine cataphracts or other Norman heavy cavalry in the area. And if we go on crusade against camel cavalry or elephant cavalry or whatever we go up against. So yeah, let's try and protect our pikes as much as we can, and hopefully that will be alright. Let's have a quick look at our knights. Is there anything I should be aware of here? Still pretty stinky. Our player heir It's our second best knight. Which is, wow, okay, we've got another son there. Jonathan. Bartolomeo. You are, oh, you're still unmarried. We actually had to find you a wife, I suppose. Did your wife die? Yeah, I've got children. You must have done. Oh, could marry you to get a claim for the Byzantine Empire. But maybe not just yet. You know, let's do it. This is the roleplay thing. She's of a good age. Let's do it. Sure. Now, this, and yep, there we go. Hopefully you can have many sons. Okay, Byzantine, another civil war. Moldavia's managed to get itself all unified. Yeah, you're on fire, that is fair enough. Not too fussed about that. Oh, looks like you actually won your independence war against, well, the Tuscans lost it initially, so let's have a quick look there. What does that mean for us, really? We are bordered to them, I suppose. We have got a new Duke of Tuscany, so that means Matilda's whole line has probably been disinherited, and that's pretty big for us, I suppose, this whole playthrough, because she is one of the main kind of storyline characters of this game and this start date. So yeah, that's probably pretty good. How we may not see an independent Italy though, which could be bad for us though, as the Holy Roman Empire is going to have Mediterranean holdings that we may have to take over at some point, but that isn't the end of the world. But yeah, I'm going to leave this episode here for today, guys. I've been really excited to show you the artifact mechanics that the Royal Court DLC has brought in. We managed to get a fantastic piece of armour, and yeah, I really enjoyed making that, and hopefully I'll have really good use in the future. But if you have enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to the channel. It means the absolute world to me. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.